Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a ton more. No, I mean there's a ton more they ate.
Oh.
Again, I don't know. All right, so today Kevin and the kids are at another homeschool event, and just a short one, and I'm gonna go water my corn, and I thought I'd just take y'all with me. So it's been really hot. We've had this heat wave, and we are just hoping that when September hits, it'll cool down like it's supposed to cool down. Because this heat, it's not funny anymore, you know? We're not amused, Arizona. All right, let's check on what's going on in the garden today. Guys, look at my sweet potatoes. Crazy, right? I love sweet potatoes because they are basically no maintenance at all. They just grow up and over and anywhere they want. When they start coming down around the box, I just kind of circle them back around here and let them do their things. And did you know the leaves are actually edible? You can use them like you would a spinach or a lettuce. So we'll just grab a piece and go put it on our salad or put it on our sandwich and call it good. So we're just gonna let this overflow, and it's gonna soon be everywhere, but that's okay. That's okay. We're okay with that, Mr. Sweet Potato. So my peppers are doing great. They've kind of perked up during the monsoon season, so there's a ton more coming on here. I've been eating them bit by bit. And yeah, so that's kind of a fun thing. It's kind of hard to keep them alive through the winter because they obviously don't do well in the cold. They'll die. But I'm thinking this year I might cover them and see if I can make them go another year. I've heard that that's possible. So let me grab my thing over here. Let's grab this. Let's come over on this side. So the pumpkins are doing really good. Those snap peas, or no, they're not snap peas, they're green beans, are doing good. And the corn, now I've got to figure out a better system for this. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I will get some soaker hoses and lay them out here. I already have some. And I think that'll be able to, we'll just turn this on once a day or twice a day. I also need to add some mulch now. So now that the plants have actually sprouted up, now I need to add some mulch. And I'll show you how I do that. But right now I just gotta water this, make sure that it's nice and wet and moist. Shoot, I just noticed something as I was watering that corn. I think, yep, that's what it is. So, what you can see right here, oh my gosh, it makes you so mad, right? They've pulled out this corn. You see that? They just pulled it out, didn't they? Those birds. Alright, so what I have to do, oh my gosh, look how many they've pulled out. And that was just this morning because I checked it and it was fine. So what I have to do, probably some stakes in the ground, and then I can string this up higher so that it's a little bit, but really it's so hard to prevent the birds from doing that. I mean, that's why people have scarecrows, so they can get off their corn. Oh look, they pulled a bunch out. You know, this is the problem, because even in ideal conditions, and even if you do everything right, you still might have something like a bird come by and pull it all out so they can eat the corn kernel. Alright, so I've been working on these plant starts, and I kind of learned an important lesson that I need to have this light on throughout the day, because if I have it on at night, then I'm not giving the plants their rest. They're supposed to need something like 8 hours of rest. So I have to have this on during the day, which means I have to cover this. And they're doing pretty well. My broccoli just started coming up, so that's good. And it's working good so far. And then let's check out the kombucha. I'm gonna check the pH here and see if we're ready to start brewing our root beer. Not quite. Almost. It's still not quite acidic enough to really handle me making the root beer out of it. So we're gonna wait a little bit longer on that. All right guys, we're finished with this first part of the shed. So I wanted to introduce you to the guy that helped us put it together. All right, we're done.
We're done.
Okay, you guys, this is Mike Self, and he helped, well, he basically built the whole thing. We didn't really do, we painted it. That's all we did. So would you mind sharing with people, like, what's the hardest part about doing this yourself? I mean, you built the trusses yourself. That seemed like the hard part, or was that easy compared to the rest of it?
The hardest part to this job is this time of year is working in the heat. That's the hardest part.
And it was like a heat wave too when you were working, so it was the worst.
And I would say the most difficult part of this is setting the trusses and putting in your blocking in between the trusses and framing the roof in and sheeting the roof. That's probably the hardest part.
That's why you had somebody help you do that part out.
Right, and I had a helper for one day to, they say, as they call it, put up the superstructure, which is the roof.
Okay.
And that's probably the hardest part. And we framed the walls. I framed the walls by myself. They're on 16-inch centers.
Okay.
So they're nice and sturdy, and we have 4x8 siding, hardboard siding with 8-inch on center grooves, and we're trimmed out with the same material to match. And
cool.
the door, I custom built the door myself.
Yeah.
Out of our leftover materials.
Cool.
And trimmed it out, and also put black hardware on just to kind of set it off.
Yeah.
From the rest of the building.
Yeah, and we just need to touch up a little bit of that paint and finish the roof, and then we're done. Well, today's like a cooler day compared to the last day is a cooler day.
Yes, it is a cooler day.
That's funny. All right. Oh, you notched this out. That's cool. Did not notice that. That's awesome.
And then it's quite roomy inside.
Yeah.
This shed is 20 by 10 with an 8-foot ceiling. So you have 8-foot headroom inside.
Yeah.
So it's quite roomy, and
that's gonna be nice.
We're going to build shelves for storage, which will give them even a lot more room.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on a concrete slab.
Yeah, so that'll be nice. All right, well, cool. Well, this is what happens when we go outside. The goats are all out here. Every last one of them. We've got Luna and Penny and Tilly and Doris and Mabel. And the 2 sheep, they're all wondering why we're not rushing out to milk them.
They want attention.
They want all the attention. But right now I'm actually getting Kevin to come out and help me. Oh my gosh, look how cool that shed looks. Look how good that shed looks. Hey, look at those cool trellises. My mom found these like vintage headboards. We're gonna use them as a trellis. So cool, huh? So Kevin's gonna come help me put some stakes in the garden. So Kevin is gonna help me because these birds are eating all my corn. So sad. Probably notice a bunch more. I saw it this afternoon. It was really sad. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a ton more. No, I mean there's a ton more they ate. Don't say all right. This is a travesty. No. Ton more dumb birds pulling them out. Okay, so I think you need to do stakes right here on the end. Okay, that's good enough for now. Tomorrow we'll be able to see more of the damage and then decide on how we're gonna put it together.
To make this berm bigger, unless you want irrigation to come in here.
Probably not.
Make this berm bigger, and then
We need to patch that hole.
Right.
Alright, corn. Hopefully you're better protected now. Well, it's that time again. Evening time and time to milk the goats. Look at this awesome shed, you guys. Doesn't it look amazing? How you doing, Penny?
Is it dog?
Is it time to be milked?
Remember, there's this huge spider over here. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Big black widow.
Alright, show me it. Oh my gosh. That is really scary.
Black widows are pretty poisonous.
That's crazy. Gotta put a chicken up there. Penny's first and Luna's waiting her turn. So, over here on the back, look how cool. He framed in that window. He put some trim all around it. Looks so good. And we just need to finish some of this trim around the top. And we also need to do the roof ourselves because we're gonna use tile to do the roof so it'll match our roof right there. So pretty happy with it. We still need to pour a pad of concrete right here so we have a better porch. Well, I think that's it for the night, everybody. Hope you all have a great night. I hope you all have a great day. I always say night, but I mean day because you guys are probably watching this during the day. And we'll see you tomorrow.